Hi, this is Farhan and welcome back to another video. You know what? The most important thing right now for the world of crypto, which a lot of people don't seem to realize, is the fight between Ripple versus the SEC. This lawsuit which was brought on to Ripple by the SEC, well, this has cemented to be the most important lawsuit in the history of crypto. In fact, it is so important that various attorneys and lawyers are coming out and saying that Ripple is actually not going to lose the lawsuit against the SEC, and in today's video we will be looking at this. But the most important thing is that in the next couple of weeks we are finally going to be getting the details of the summary judgment. So a lot of very important details in today's video. Well, without wasting much time, let's directly dive in. Let's start off with a very important question, and a question that I get asked very regularly, and that is, what is the updated timeline of this lawsuit? When are we going to get those major decisions? Well, let's start off with motions for summary, and that is motion for summary judgment and rule 56.1 statements of undisputed facts must be filed by September 13, 2022. So September 13 is a very important day, and oppositions to the motions for summary judgment in response to the rule 56 statements must be filed by October 18, 2022, and replies to those must be filed by November 15, 2022. And then after that, after November 15, we're getting briefing will be completed at that point, and we will then be waiting for District Judge Torres' final decision. So from what we are getting, the updated timeline from this is September 13th is a very important day, and all these days, October 18th and November 15th, they all are very important days. But that final decision which we're going to be getting would be definitely after November 15th, and most likely it will take a couple of months. So somewhere around in early 2023 is when we are going to get that final decision on basically who is going to win this lawsuit. And from what we're hearing, a lot of attorneys, a lot of lawyers, they are saying that, hey, Ripple has a very strong chance of winning, and they're basically saying that, hey, Ripple is not going to be losing this lawsuit. See, in a recent interview with Fox Business, Deaton, who is basically representing more than 75,000 XRP holders in this lawsuit, he perfectly sums up on why Ripple is not going to lose this lawsuit. In fact, it is the SEC which has a huge burden and a huge task of actually winning this lawsuit. As we have it here, next month is due for summary judgments. That's where each side tries to get a complete victory. The judge decides one way or the other, or she might decide that a jury has to issue certain factors. But you're right, Charlie, a lot is at stake because the SEC has come out and argued that the token itself, not just the way Ripple sells it, but that if anyone in the United States sells XRP, they're violating Section 5. So if the SEC were to get its way and deem XRP a security, the token itself, then every altcoin on the market, including Ethereum, would be in play for the SEC to get their hands on. Because basically saying that the token itself is a security, that would mean every single crypto out there in the world would be a security. And that is definitely not going to happen. I mean, SEC would love for them to go after every single crypto out there, but that is definitely not going to go ahead. That is an enormous task. But having said this, I do want to remind you guys that from what we're seeing and all the evidence that has come forth, and keep in mind that the evidence that is going to be presented after September 13th, that is when we are getting those very crucial details and kind of getting a clear picture on who might win this lawsuit. But so far what we are seeing, it seems that Ripple does have the upper hand. Today we had a very interesting article on Forbes basically calling out Gary Gensler, the chairman of the SEC, to resign, which is pretty crazy if you think about it. But the arguments presented by the writer of this article is presenting very good viewpoints, especially talking about the Ripple lawsuit and basically saying that, hey, Ripple has been asking and the judge has ordered SEC to hand over those important documents related to William Hinman emails. Well, they're not doing so. As we have it here, Magistrate Judge Sarah Nedburn repeatedly ordered documents from the SEC's William Hinman's now infamous 2018 speech on crypto. Her July opinion order blasted the agency for hypocrisy and behavior which suggests that the SEC is adopting its litigation positions to further its desired goal and not out of a faithful allegiance to the law. And it is pretty clear. Basically, SEC does not really care about the investor. They only care about winning. And keep in mind that this is a government agency which is supposed to be protecting the end consumer here. And it ends perfectly here by saying the SEC's pattern of regulation by enforcement has obliterated the hope of US leadership in financial innovation in cryptos and opportunities for new investors. The SEC's 2-year litigation against Ripple has spooked innovators and discredited the agency in the eyes of consumer and investors, whom by law it is supposed to protect. And honestly, after this lawsuit, the hate that I have seen towards the SEC, whether it is on a YouTube video or it is on Twitter or Reddit, it has grown exponentially. In fact, even before this lawsuit, the SEC wasn't the ideal government agency, but after this lawsuit, the hate towards SEC has grown even more, and especially towards Gary Gensler, the chairman of the SEC. Also today we had a very interesting update coming from the World Economic Forum, basically calling out Ripple and saying that Ripple is doing for value what the internet did for information, which is a very huge statement to be making related to a cryptocurrency. And basically Ripple, the company itself, which is using cryptocurrency and blockchain technology, they put it, Ripple is developing and enabling the future use cases that would catalyze the new digital economy for government, businesses, and consumers. It's very interesting that we are getting this information from the World Economic Forum. So this is definitely some good news related to Ripple and obviously by extension XRP. Before ending, I do want to talk about the price of XRP. And if you've been following the price of XRP for quite some time, the price has been hovering between 30 to 40 cents. And it has been doing this for quite some time, and we are expecting it to hover within this price range for some time in the future, unless we see some major momentum in the overall world of crypto. Right now, the biggest event which we are expecting to happen in next month is the Ethereum merge, which is expected to be somewhere around 15 to 16 September. And once that happens, and if we see a major price momentum for Ethereum, maybe crossing $2,000 for Ethereum, that can be a catalyst for a lot of altcoins out there, including XRP. And that might mean that XRP can finally break this 40-cent barrier, which it has been trying to do for quite some time. But again, having said this, I do want to remind you guys that there is one side which is expecting that once the Ethereum merge happens, we will actually see a major downturn in the prices of crypto, because all the hype is being built right now, and on the day a lot of people might be selling their Ether or various other cryptos out there. So be very careful, and always guys, do not forget the golden mantra of crypto investing, and that is only invest what you can afford to lose. Well guys, that was the video for today. Let me know what are your thoughts in the comment section below. I do love reading all your comments, and even though if I might not be able to reply to all of them, but I do pretty much read all the comments. So make sure to leave a comment below if you have any suggestions for any upcoming videos. And if you're new to my channel, consider subscribing as it helps out a lot. And as always, thank you for watching this, and I will see you next time.